Hey everyone, it's time for another episode of Sewing Desk Sit Down. It's just the second one of 2017. And I'm super excited to have finished one of Hannah's, my friend who lives in Peru, dresses. It is the fish dress. I've talked about this particular dress last episode, so yes, I did get it done. And because Hannah's a lot taller than me, I ended up adding 7 inches to the length. And I know it probably will be pretty good for her to feel comfortable, like I don't know if it's going to be mid-length or just below the knee, I'm not sure. But it goes to my ankles, so it should fit her just perfect. Because she wanted some dresses she didn't have to wear leggings under. This dress, this fabric, actually used to be the curtain that hung up there. Yeah. It's when we had this room decorated, many years ago, this room decorated with blue carpet, bubbly blue wallpaper, and orange pillows. And then we had the sea on as the curtains. It was supposed to be an underwater theme, but us as little kids, oh, and we had fish rugs too. I forgot about the fish rugs. It just looked like, I mean, we're in the middle of the heartland here in Nebraska. And it just kind of looked like the shark threw up all over. It wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good design at all. But that fabric has another use because Hannah loved it. She loves bright prints. Oh, it just feels so fun. Like this fabric is going to be enjoyed again and used because it's still got great fabric life, and it's a thicker cotton, so it'll still be breathable, but it won't be see-through, and I think it's just going to work great. And she's pretty excited about it. I still hope to get at least 2 more dresses done. This pattern, just different fabric. Same, adding the 7 inches to the skirt. She picked out 2 other fabrics. That's why I'm saying at least 2 more. Before her sister goes down in February. I guess I'll ship them up to Iowa. And then her sister will bring them all the way to Peru. That's exciting. And what about my reversible A-line skirt? Well, I have done some work on it. Just not a fantastic amount. This is one side seam. And I have this top stitched down to cover up the reversible side seam to have that tuxedo stripe. And I found this fabric that matches this dark gray perfectly at one of my local fabric shops. And this is the plan I have. But I'm going to use this as the hem. And then this is also going to be what the waistband looks like because it will kind of be mirrored. But I haven't started on that because I can't put that on until I have the button band figured out. So I've got to think this through. If a gray stripe here would look better with buttons on it. Or if this is okay. Do you think this looks okay? I mean, obviously the raw edge is going to be finished. Raw edge finished, fold it over like that. I mean, is that going to look weird? I'm going to have it like top stitch really well. So I have to figure out that first before I can move on to the hem and waistband. Because I want to do a button band. I don't want to do a zipper, I don't think. So I've just got to think it through. It's a long project. It's more of a designing sew than a fast sew. How do I say that? It's more of a design element project than a sewing project. Because I'm trying to stretch my brain, figure out problem solving, kind of like design details. Okay, if we do this, what will it look like? I don't like that kind of thing. Rather than going straight from the pattern. Because obviously this is really actually nothing like the pattern. The only thing that's close to the pattern is the same skirt shape. It was not a pattern for a reversible skirt. It's just a plain A-line skirt, which I'm going to try to make reversible. So that's kind of where I am from there. I've got the side seam figured out. I've got the hem and waistband figured out. Now I'm just figuring out, I have to figure out the button band. And then I have to do the button band so that the edges will be clean by attaching the waistband and hem after the button band. Because if I do that first, then there'll be edges that won't be as neat and as tidy and enclosed like doing the button band first and then the waistband and the hem. And then putting the buttonholes and buttons on. So when I say button band, I don't mean the buttons and the buttonholes. I mean where they're gonna go. I know, I'm probably just like totally confusing you with this, but it's because my mind, like maybe I need to write it out. Maybe I need to type it up on the blog and just be like, okay, this is what I'm thinking, this is not working. Because maybe that helps me think. I know, it's a figuring out project. So, because I finished Hannah's dress and I'm still figuring out on the reversible skirt, I started another project. Yeah, why do you think I wouldn't? Like, that's what I do. I start projects. It is McCall 6745, and I have made the halter top view before, but I'm going to do view D, which I've never made before. View D with the cap sleeves. It's the contrasting one here. The bodice is going to be black, and the skirt, I already have the pleats basted in. It's going to be this gorgeous fabric right here. So this fabric was actually thrifted from Goodwill. There's a Goodwill top. Paid $5.99 for it. And I think it was originally a tablecloth because of the way the edges are kind of frayed. There's no salvage. So I think it's a tablecloth, or was. But it's not anymore. It's going to be a really awesome skirt dress. Unless I should just make it a skirt. No, because I think it'd be best as a dress because I tend to wear dresses more often. So, yeah, I don't know where this is actually a dress right here, this black top, and I don't know where it came from. I just found it in the closet. So, I thought, hey, I'll stick it on for the video. So, this is the skirt. You can't see how much it's pleated. I mean, it's a really full skirt. You can't tell that because of how far down the pattern has you based the pleat. So, actually, the pleating is starting, like, right here at the bottom of the screen. Once the bodice and skirt pieces are together, you take the basting out, so it'll look... The look of the skirt will be much different when it's finished. But I love the plaid. I love the fabric. And I thought it was time to make a dress out of it. I bought it last February. I bought this fabric last February. And the pattern is one of my first pattern purchases as a new sewist in 2014. And I've made the pattern 1.5 times. I say that because I used the bodice and a skirt of another pattern to make a dress out of a vintage sheet. That was technically my first dress that I ever made, but I had a lot of help from Mom. And then the second one, I made the halter top version just this past, well, not just this past May. I think it was 2015. Once I can finish this dress, I am getting started on Hannah's other 2 dresses. Like, I think I'm going to cut both of them out because I need to get those finished. They have a deadline. And then I also have popping up and down and switching around is a pair of shorts I want to test out to see about making the pants. And Tamara requested a shirt dress. She actually has the fabric picked out, the pattern picked out, so I have that to make. And that's where I am currently in my sewing. Who knows what I'm going to share next episode because it's probably most likely nothing that I even talked about in this episode. Like, my entire plan will just be, hey, guess what? Jewel decided to sew this instead. So, yeah. Talk to you later. Bye.